Welcome to Let's Make People Smile. Let's smile together, my lovelies.
You know, never I thought the day would come that something could actually be worse than Berserk 2016. I just didn't think it would ever come so soon in 2021, but alas, here we are. Hello, my lovelies, welcome back to AnimeTalk, the show in which we talk about our first impressions of good or bad anime, new or old, etc., etc. However, this one is a special case. I will probably going on more of a rant in this episode, not about the story, but visuals alone. This is going to be probably the longest anime talk, because I have a lot to say just by appearance alone of this anime. We are talking about X-Arm. The most baffling thing to exist in today's anime market. It's unbelievable, it's hilarious, sad, entertaining. Like, there are so many emotions I have with X-Arms, and this is the only way I can talk about it. I will not be doing a review about X-Arms, but I will be extensively just be talking about the visuals only, since I am an artist and I am slowly also learning about animation, not only 2D, but 3D animation as well. So this is coming from someone who creates art and is, been profound in the profession of art for a very long time, so this is going to be an interesting anime talk for sure. But I will try to talk about the story the most I can, despite me caring so little about it. So, from what I could remember, and this is on the top of my head, so it won't be 100%, even if the animation was decent, I don't think the story of X-Arm is anything that I would actually be interested in. It's basically your apocalyptic kind of story with character being powerful, character not knowing he was powerful, jump into the future, androids, big titties, lesbianism? Just no reason, not because of representation, just because they just wanted to add girls kissing in there, because why not? Weird action sequences, the main character being a threat to humanity, and them fighting people with X-Arms and fighting people with X-Arms. I don't know. Half of the time I wasn't even paying attention to the plot. The plot's not important here. This anime talk, we're talking about the animation and the visuals of this show, because good holy lord, that's the first thing that you notice about this anime. And also just the trailer of the anime getting the most dislikes for an anime trailer that I've seen in quite a while. And also the fact that you can't find anything about this studio. This is a new studio, and you cannot even find how it was founded or anything about that. Doesn't even have a Wikipedia page. You probably get taken to like some different website if you try to type down the studio's name. It's nothing. You don't get anything about the studio. This is their very first project. My theory, this is just a theory, nothing confirmed, but my theory is possibly these are a bunch of animators that have worked on tiny things in other animation studios and probably thought that they can make their own animation studio, so they have, and probably most of them are still beginners in 3D animation or just animation in its entirety, and so that's why I believe that this animation studio exists. And that's why I believe that they tackled such a huge project as adapting X-Arm. So lovelies, update in the video. While I'm editing this, I just wanted to double check to see if Visual Flight, which is the studio that created X-Arm, had any resources to anything, whether it be like a wiki page or whatever. I actually found their website, and I think my theory of them being new creators working on X-Arm was actually correct. So let's take a look at the website. So, shaping the imagination. It is easier to shape the planning, design, and CG production resources necessary for the contact misses within the world. So this company was actually founded in 2007 as a digital artwork studio, and I guess sometime soon they probably turn into a team that way they can make anime. Yeah, a variety of media such as TV animation. So X-Arm is definitely their first, like, anime project. And I think if we go to employment information, we're gonna get that, like, immediate. Creative and skillful companions will welcome you. Beginners, welcome. Hone your skills at our company. A wide range of CG creators, I don't know why I said it like that. CG creators from veterans to young people are active. Among them, there are many seniors who have joined the company from inexperience and are active on the front lines in no time. If you have such passion as, I want to further improve my design skills and scene, and I love making things, I can't read, you will be able to improve your level immediately in our environment. So, what this tells me is that X-Arm could have possibly have recruited a team with beginners to work on X-Arm. Because it says that anyone from people who have been in the profession for a long time, or people who are still beginners at learning CG animation. So I feel like my theory is correct, that it's just probably just some people with less experience than others working on this series. So this was an interesting find. I just wanted to double check before I continue further or even finishing editing this video. But thank God, thank God I found this information before I went any further. So this will be added into the video. So this is interesting. Yeah, so enjoy watching the rest of the video, lovelies, because I have a lot to say. Okay, bye. Now, I know little about X-Arm, but I can tell you something, that the art in the manga is actually really, really good. Especially when you see the middle title card when it comes to the commercial breaks, and the ending credits where it's just a picture of the illustration by the creator of X-Arm. It is so sad, but kind of funny and ironic at the same time. Imagine being the creator of X-Arm. Hey dude, if you're out there, I'm sorry that your story has been adapted to this. Sorry my guy, I would take you out for a drink, but unfortunately, social distancing is still a thing. So, in any case, we gotta talk deeper about the visuals. First of all, no one expresses any expressions in this show whatsoever, especially this one character with black hair with pigtails. She has this frog-looking face. She doesn't emote. She always looks happy, even when she's like captured or like in distress. Her facial expression still looks the exact same throughout the entirety of each episode. Nothing changes about her whatsoever. Also, a pet peeve is that you can tell which characters are important to the series because they're the characters who are rendered in 3D, while the unnecessary characters or background characters are just 2D. And you can definitely tell this when it became the main character and his brother, which I guess the brother wasn't important in the story because he's 2D and just gone, which is hilarious. Like, seeing this for the first time, watching episode 1 and seeing that scene where he's cooking poorly without any expression or any good animation, and then you see his brother walk in and be like, hi, I'm your 2D brother, I'm not gonna be important, but I guess I am because you're gonna bring me up even though I'm just 2D, and just nothing to the story, but only to motivate you in peril situations. I had to do a double take. I couldn't believe what I was seeing on screen, seeing something as terribly constructed happening on screen. Now, don't get me wrong, 3D animation and anime has always been controversial ever since, I believe, it just became a thing. But guess what? 3D anime is not bad. It's just how you direct it and just how it's presented at the same time. Yeah, the 3D in X-Arm is not good. But you know what 3D does work with 2D animation? Dorohitoro. It works amazingly well. Even though there are some scenes where, yeah, the characters are emoting all the time, but there are scenes where you can tell the expressions of the characters, and they do have over-the-top expressions. They have well-choreographic fight scenes, and they mash 2D and 3D together that sometimes you don't even notice it half the time. Plus, it has a great soundtrack, great sound design, and just great atmosphere that just gets you enthralled into the environment and the scenery of Dorohitoro. That's why I highly recommend Dorohitoro. Not only because of everything surrounding it is amazing by character, story, sound design, visuals, everything. It's just a great example of 3D anime done right. Do I even need to get started Hoshiki no Kuni or Beastars, the big foundation of the new age of 3D anime, because of their great choreographic fight scenes, expressive 3D models, being able to mash 2D and 3D animation so well, and engaging stories, and a great background, and just also great opening and ending themes. You can't just say that 3D animation is bad. You can say that X-Arms is bad, because it doesn't do anything. I can't even speak right, I'm everywhere. You can't, it's not expressive. There's not anything that was put into X-Arms that you can say was visually pleasing or good. Now, I'm not to say that the people behind X-Arms weren't doing the very best that they could, because we don't know anything about their studio. They were probably given the budget they have given, and they were trying to do the very best that they possibly could. I give it credit. They could do run cycles, I guess, pretty decently. Walk animations. I think they just need to work on lip animations, like a lot, and also not make their 2D animation look like something out of a hentai I saw like back in like what, 2010, 2011? You know, the sheet made ones, you know what I'm talking about. And also just work on sound design and everything. The voice acting was pretty good, even though when they were voice acting, the characters, models didn't express that, but the voice acting was pretty good, I guess. Opening was generic. And also the visuals in the opening were god-awful, but you know what? I can't look away. I generally cannot look away from this anime. And you're gonna be thinking to yourself, are you really gonna be watching this anime throughout the entirety of the series? Abso-freaking-lutely. Here's the thing. This is the first of its kind, to me at least. I feel like we all have our so bad it's good movies, like Fateful Findings, The Room, Sharknado, Birdemic. I have yet to find that in anime until now. I've seen anime that I just hate watching or get annoyed by easily, like Peach Girl or Darling in the Franxx. But freaking X-Arm, it's one of its kind that I am enjoying it because of how bad it gets. Believe me. I've seen bad anime, but this is bad but so good that I can't look away. Also, I can't believe I'm about to say this. Even Berserk 2016 isn't as bad as this. Personally, I think for me, Berserk is worse. To me, because I was disappointed by it, because of what Berserk means to me and a lot of people. X-Arm is worse, technically. Berserk is bad, but it has redeeming qualities, has a great soundtrack, and without its horrible sound effect, it does sometimes know how to form good fight scenes. Sometimes, you can see the impacts of the characters. Specifically, I went back and watched Season 2, Episode 1, where it was Guts versus Zod, and yes, it's still bad. Yes, the models aren't the greatest still, but there were some good, decent things about it. First of all, it teasing its 2D animation, what could have been for Berserk, still saddens me, but the 2D in that is way better than what we got in X-Arm. The fight scenes, still not the greatest, but it's way better than what we got in X-Arm. And models, way better than X-Arm, because in some points in Berserk 2016, at least you can tell what the characters are feeling. Sure, it's not expressed the greatest, but it's not lifeless like the character models in X-Arm. So there was some direction in Berserk 2016. I still don't like it. I still want to recommend it to people who are a big fan of the Berserk manga, but I would rather say that that was at least trying its best to adaptate the manga than what X-Arm is doing to the original source. So I actually give kudos to Berserk 2016, which I never thought that day would ever come. So I heavily apologize to Berserk 2016 for being as harsh as I was, because it could have gotten a lot worse, like X-Arm. And even anime I feel like people don't give enough credit to, like Aijin. A lot of people dismissed it because of the 3D animation, but personally to me, lighting works really well for the animation, the style of 3D works really well for the animation, and what they can utilize with the 3D animation, especially when it came to the creature designs and that. Honestly, Aijin is probably the most underappreciated 3D anime I can think of at the time. Yes, the manga is pretty well loved, but I rarely hear people talk about the anime adaptation. It does have a really good soundtrack. It does have a good way to use its 3D models. It's just, in the end of the day, what I'm trying to get across is that how you utilize your material and how you direct it. And like I said, I don't mean any harm to any new beginner animators that have worked on X-Arm. I believe that all those people have been given what they could and could work with the possible... What am I saying? I've lost my train of thought. What I'm saying is, don't attack X-Arm creators. They're probably doing the very best that they can with the budget that they have. Some animation studios try their very best with an average budget, and it actually could explode into something that no one has predicted before. Case in point, One Punch Man had an average anime budget and became the highest grossing because of its quality. It's how you direct something. It's what you put into it that makes it spectacular in something. And I've seen animations done with a low budget that could do so much better than X-Arm. But like I said, we know little about X-Arm, so I don't want any harassment on any of the creators on X-Arm. They're probably doing the absolute best that they could for what they were given. And I see people attack studios before. Do I need to remind people that there are some people out there who are attacking MAPPA for their adaptation of the final season of Attack on Titan? They're doing great. They're doing great. They have great 3D. They're doing great. I don't know what people are talking about. We're in a pandemic. I don't know what people are trying to expect at this time. They're doing the absolute best that they can. Respect your animators. They're creating what you love. Just saying, I know that's not everyone who's watching this video, but you know people who like to complain about every tiny little thing that sometimes can't be helped, or maybe possibly, they're complaining about something that doesn't need to be complained about in the first place. So, little rant there. Stop harassing people who are working on Attack on Titan. Just don't harass anyone. And the moral of the story is, art animation is hard. Sure, we can laugh at something that seems amateur or something that seems bad, but by the end of the day, it's just critiquing. We're here to have fun. We're not here to attack anybody. We're just here to critique things that happen to be not the greatest on screen. So, that was really all I could give about X-Arm. This is way different from previous episodes of X-Arm, which I would actually go into deeper detail about how I feel about the anime. I was talking mostly about the animation, and just animation and anime in general, because 3D animation needs to be talked about more in a positive light. And I understand that X-Arms can give a really bad example of what 3D animation could do, but there are so many 3D animations in anime that need more love and respect. So please check out the animes I mentioned if you want really good 3D. Well, besides Berserk. I was just using Berserk as an example of it being better than X-Arm. But other animes that I mentioned being Beastars, Hosoki no Kuni, Dorohitoro, Aijin, and there are definitely a plethora of more 3D animes out there. The new Lupin the Third movie came out and it looks fantastic. Guess what? 3D animation. So I don't want to hear any more. I don't want to hear any more of people saying that 3D animation is bad. You're just looking in the wrong direction. And yes, I will continue watching X-Arm, because by God, it is so bad, but it's so good. So, respect your artist, and I hope you enjoyed a little special anime talk today. Yeah, also you can watch this on Crunchyroll. They have X-Arm on Crunchyroll. They don't have Skater 8 Infinity, yet we get X-Arm. Next anime talk will be about Skater 8 Infinity. Skater the Infinity. I'm losing my words. We'll be talking about a good anime next time, don't worry about it. So, that is it for today's video. I hope you loved this, enjoyed. And please, I think today's conversation in the comment section below is to talk about 3D in anime. I want to hear what you guys think about 3D anime. Do you think it could work? What do you not like about 3D anime? Do you think it meshes well with 3D and 2D? Just anything about 3D animation, I want to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions in the comment section below. I read all of it, I heart it, I like it. I'll probably reply because I like to hear people's different opinions about stuff, especially when it comes to the form of art, because I'm an artist. I support art. So yeah. Also, if you want to keep up with daily stuff, follow my Twitter in the description below, as well as join my Discord. I'm finally being more active there because I'm becoming less shy. I'm doing movie nights, I'm doing anime nights, I'm doing gaming nights, being able to talk more to you lovely, so I will post my Discord links in the description below, and also follow my art sites because I am an artist, and I will be doing more art commentary videos because I have a lot to talk about this year when it comes to art. And who knows, maybe I might do a whole art video about animation 3D specifically, more in depth than this one, probably scripted. This is all on the top of my head. Who knows? Let's see what happens. So thank you, lovelies, for watching. This was very fun to make, and I hope you guys had a very lovely time watching today's episode. Keep smiling, keep being you, and I'll see you lovelies next time. Peace.